What if the toast on your breakfast plate was aging you 10 years faster? Japan's oldest doctor warned about four breads silently destroying your digestion, energy, and sleep after 60. But here's the twist. Two better breads could reverse the damage. One of them even mimics a prescription anti-inflammatory, with none of the side effects. Let's break it down so you can start today. After 60, your body no longer handles bread the way it used to. What once gave you energy now causes bloating, brain fog, and stubborn weight gain. But Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara, who practiced medicine into his hundreds, believed in eating smarter, not stricter. Today we'll look at four breads to avoid, and two healing breads that support your heart, gut, and hormones as you age. Let's start with the worst offender. 1. Why white bread becomes dangerous. After 60, for years, Eleanor, 74, started her day with toast. Nothing fancy, just white bread, warm and familiar. But over time, she noticed something odd. Her joints felt stiff. She'd crash in the afternoon. And her belly, always bloated. Turns out it wasn't just aging, it was the bread. You see, after 60, your body's insulin, the hormone that handles sugar, stops working like it used to. Think of it like a rusty key that no longer unlocks your cells. So, when you eat high glycemic bread like white toast, your blood sugar surges. Your body floods with insulin, and inflammation follows. The Framingham Heart Study, 2021, found adults who ate refined grains daily had a 15% higher increase in waist size and blood pressure than those who chose whole grains. Eleanor made one simple change. She swapped white bread for sprouted grain toast. In just 3 weeks, her bloating eased. Her joints felt lighter. And for the first time in months, no afternoon crash. White bread may feel harmless, but inside your body, it's like sugar-coated sandpaper, scraping your arteries and joints. Your move? Flip the package over. If the first ingredient says enriched flour, skip it. And what about those healthy-looking multigrain breads? Well, that's where things get tricky. Let's look at what's really hiding behind that label. 2. The truth about healthy. Multigrain bread. Frank was doing everything right. At 68, he switched from white bread to multigrain. It looked hearty, seeds on top, a rustic label. But his blood sugar kept climbing, and so did his waistline. What most people don't realize is this. Multigrain doesn't mean whole grain. In fact, many of these breads use a mix of refined flours, synthetic fiber, and even corn syrup, just with a few seeds sprinkled on top for show. Here's what's happening inside your body. After 60, your cortisol, the stress hormone, becomes more sensitive to blood sugar swings. Refined bread spikes sugar fast. And when it crashes, cortisol surges. Think of it like your body's internal fire alarm. And multigrain bread keeps setting it off. The Harvard Nurses' Health Study, 2025, tracked over 47,000 women into old age. Those who ate high-quality carbs, real whole grains, were 31% more likely to age healthfully. Those who stuck with refined grains, even labeled multigrain, saw a 13% drop in healthy aging outcomes. So, how do you know if your bread is actually helping? Turn it over. If the first ingredient isn't 100% whole grain, it's a marketing trick. Frank made the switch. Now, he eats dense, seeded whole grain bread, or skips it entirely on some days. His A1C dropped, his energy returned. It's not about giving up bread. It's about not being fooled by the wrapper. Quick question for you. Have you ever checked your bread label, or just trusted the front? Let us know in the comments. 3. Why gluten-free bread isn't always better. June, 70, thought she was doing the right thing. Her joints were aching, her gut felt heavy. So she swapped her wheat bread for a gluten-free brand with a bright, healthy label. But 2 weeks in, nothing changed. In fact, her bloating got worse. Here's what most people don't know. Gluten-free doesn't mean blood sugar friendly. Most commercial gluten-free breads are made with refined rice flour, potato starch, or tapioca, all of which have a glycemic index of 80 to 90. That's almost as high as white bread. These starches break down fast, causing a sugar surge. And worse, They lack the fiber and nutrients that nourish your gut bacteria. By age 60, your microbiome naturally loses diversity. When you feed it refined carbs, you're feeding the wrong bacteria. Think of your gut like a garden. Gluten-free junk food is like watering weeds. A 2024 clinical trial on adults over 65 with metabolic syndrome found that refined gluten-free products led to a decline in beneficial gut flora and worsened inflammatory markers like PAI-1. June's turning point? She switched to a sprouted millet and buckwheat bread. No gums, no starches, and within a week, her digestion felt calmer. Her sleep improved. Her skin even looked better. So, should you avoid gluten? Only if you need to. But if you're choosing gluten-free, choose whole food options, not just the ones in the diet aisle, because even a label that says gluten-free can hide a sugar bomb inside. 4. Sweetbreads and sleep disruption. After 60, George, 75, couldn't figure it out. He was tired all day. But come bedtime, his mind was wired. He'd lie awake until 2 or 3 in the morning, night after night. And the culprit? A soft slice of banana bread just before bed. After 60, your body produces less melatonin, the sleep hormone. Even small blood sugar spikes at night can suppress melatonin for hours. Worse, they interrupt your brain's production of GABA, a calming neurotransmitter. It's like flipping on a floodlight, just as your body is trying to dim the lights for sleep. A 2023 survey on Japanese centenarians found that those who ate low-glycemic, fiber-rich carbs in the evening had deeper sleep and better memory scores the next day. Meanwhile, those who ate sweet pastries or breads before bed showed more disrupted sleep patterns. George didn't think his nighttime treat mattered, but once he replaced it with a slice of fermented rye and a few almonds, everything changed. He started falling asleep faster, staying asleep longer, and waking up refreshed without sleeping pills. So, here's your gentle shift. Avoid sweetbreads, muffins, or pastries after 5 p.m. Instead, go for a complex carb with fiber, something your gut and brain can process slowly, like rye or barley toast. Remember, it's not just what you eat, it's when you eat it, because bread can be comfort, or it can quietly rob you of the rest your body needs to heal. 5. Sourdough, the bread that heals. Tomoko, 69, from Kyoto, had battled joint pain for years. She avoided white bread. She ate clean. But it wasn't until she returned to her childhood ritual, a small slice of warm sourdough with miso soup, that things shifted. Within 2 months, her CRP, a marker of inflammation, dropped by 25%, and she felt it in her knees, her digestion, even her morning energy. Why? Because traditional sourdough isn't just bread, it's a fermented food. During fermentation, lactic acid bacteria break down gluten, pre-digest starches, and create compounds that calm the immune system. They also improve the gut barrier, reducing the leaky gut effect that's tied to joint pain, fatigue, and foggy thinking. Think of sourdough like a soothing balm. It doesn't shout like sugar or starch. It whispers. It nourishes without chaos. A 2024 clinical trial on adults with metabolic syndrome found that eating authentic sourdough bread just 3 times per week reduced inflammatory markers and improved gut resilience compared to commercial bread. The key? It has to be real sourdough, not the supermarket kind with vinegar for flavor. Look for wild yeast or lactic acid fermentation on the label. A short ingredient list: flour, water, salt, a tangy, slightly sour aroma. That's the real stuff. Tomoko didn't change everything. She just changed this. So if you're looking for one bread to bring back, make it sourdough. Not trendy, not high-tech, just timeless and quietly powerful. 6. The Okinawan secret: rice over bread. Dr. Shigeaki Hinohara lived to 105, and for most of those years, he ate the same breakfast: steamed rice, miso soup, and fermented vegetables. Never toast, never pastries. Why? Because in Japan's longest living regions, like Okinawa, bread isn't a staple, rice is. And it's not just tradition, it's biology. Unlike bread, Steamed rice contains resistant starch, a special fiber that resists digestion in the small intestine. That means it doesn't spike blood sugar. Instead, it feeds short-chain fatty acids in the colon, healing the gut lining, calming inflammation, and improving insulin response. Think of rice like a gentle stream. It flows slowly, steadily, nourishing as it moves. Bread, especially refined bread, crashes like a wave and leaves your system gasping. A 2025 Blue Zone meta-analysis found that seniors who regularly ate low-glycemic staples like rice had better insulin sensitivity, fewer cardiovascular events, and lower rates of dementia. Even gluten-free breads, when overly processed, don't offer the same metabolic peace. So, here's a final invitation. Try swapping your toast for steamed rice with seaweed at breakfast. Even just once or twice a week. It's soothing, it's stable, and for many long-living seniors, it's sacred. Dr. Hinohara believed in small, repeatable habits, ones that didn't feel extreme, just wise. And sometimes, wisdom tastes like warm rice in the morning. Your body is wiser than it's ever been. It speaks softer now, through stiffness, through sleep, through sugar crashes. And bread? Bread is no longer just bread. It's a message. It tells your cells how to behave, your gut how to repair, and your brain when to rest. Dr. Hinohara didn't preach strict diets. He lived through war, famine, and prosperity, and found peace in small, steady choices. He believed that longevity was built not through restriction, but through rhythm. So maybe for you, it's not about giving up bread. It's about choosing the kind that helps your body feel safe, calm, nourished, heard. Now, your turn. Which bread swap are you most excited to try first? Is it sourdough with olive oil, rye before bed, or a warm bowl of rice in the morning? Let us know in the comments. Your story might inspire someone else. And if this video brought you clarity, comfort, or even just one small insight, tap that subscribe button. We're here every week with foods that heal, stories that guide, and tools that help you age with ease. Because aging isn't about decline, it's about refining what truly matters. And sometimes that starts with your toast.